What's up, guys? It's David coming at you from Organic Price Books with another first look. Today we're looking at Silver Surfer Return to the Spaceways Omnibus by Marvel. And let me tell you, this is a beauty. Now, we had the Silver Surfer, I guess like the first omnibus last week, the reprint of it. And, you know, continuing that, I like how Marvel is, you know, well, we did this Silver Surfer, let me give you the other Silver Surfer omnibus that you might want to get. And we got it here. So let me show you that book. We got the standard and the DM right here. So we got the Ron Lim standard cover and then the Jim Lee DM. So you know already what I'm going to pick. Jim Lee's my boy. He's one of my favorites. And I would love to have this cover, as you see here. But both of them look really, really good. Let me show you both. Here's the standard right there, front, spine, and the back. And Ron Lim does an amazing job. That just looks really cool. I love the Galactus, like in the back, kind of fading into the stars, but still like, hey boy, I'm looking at you. Hey boy, I'm looking at you. Galactus would have more of a regal voice because he consumes planets. It'd be like Silver Surfer, find me another planet, or at least a moon, because, you know, I'm feeling a little peckish, and yeah, I don't want a full planet because that just fills me up too much. Maybe a little moon, maybe like a asteroid belt, something like that. Yeah, there we go. All right, and then this is, of course, the Jim Lee cover, the DM, and what a cover! Of course, you know, the hand of Galactus and Silver Surfer coming out of it because, you know, he serves as his hand, as his herald. Front right there, spine, and the back. And you know, if you ever saw the movie This Is the End, do you remember in there's a part where at the very end, like Channing Tatum is like a dog on a leash for you know, the main, not bad guy, he's not a bad guy, he's just, well, yeah, basically that's what Silver Surfer to me is like for Galactus. Anyway, here's both of these spines together right here, standard, the DM on this side. Very cool. And underneath the dust jacket, let me show you that. Or we got the flaps, of course. Got a, you know, the contributors and creators on here and a short synopsis right there. Very cool. Underneath. Oof, I love a huge double panel display for omnibuses, and this one does not disappoint right there. Boom, he's coming at you. That's great. Now, the last Silver Surfer omnibus, if you remember, basically was just this a little bit of a Silver Surfer and then the logo with this old school one. These omnibuses have the double display like that, and I am here for them. I love them. And let me show you the binding on this as well. I'm going to start at the beginning, as you can see here, going through the whole book. It is a pretty big book, so you're definitely going to have a lot of great stories here from amazing writers and creators. You'll see that shortly whenever you look at the stuff that's included in this. Very, very cool. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into Silver Surfer Return to the Spaceways Omnibus and see what's inside. Alright guys, let's jump into Silver Surfer Return of the Spaceways Omnibus. And here's the contributors to the books. As you can see, it's a ton, so thank you guys for everything that you put into this, your ideas, your hopes and dreams for these characters, and you know, we get to see this realized now in these amazing books and stories. And the colors, well, the standard, the book itself, quality-wise, is the standard Omni quality build from Marvel. So semi-gloss looks really good. The pages are, you know, there's not super thin, but they're thinner than what you would like personally. But hey, it's whatever. You know, you got to put a lot of stories in this book, so you don't want the book to be too big. It looks like it is numbered almost all the way through, so that's good, especially with this older format. It's not as big as the format that we use now in comics, so that's why you get that little bit of space around it. And yeah, it looks really good. I love the cosmic stuff from Marvel. You know, the Eternity, Galactus, all those Living Tribunal, all that stuff is to me is really cool. I like that part. It gives the universe itself much more characters than you would see of just Earth. You know, let me tell you a little bit about this book, Earthbound No More. With help from the Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer finally finds a way to pass through the barrier Galactus put in place to punish his treacherous herald. But what has become of Norrin Radd's home planet Sinla during his lengthy absence? The Surfer is about to discover the old adage is true: you can't go home again. And soon he will face a fateful reunion with his former master. Let me open this up a little bit more. Oh, nice. With his full power cosmic restored, the Surfer is set on a path of renewed exploration across the Marvel Universe and straight into the middle of the age-old conflict between the Kree and the Skrull. As the galaxy's most bitter rivalry heats up, the godlike elders of the universe target Galactus. But love is the greatest force of all. Will the Surfer find it with his old flame Shalabal, with the ex-Avenger turned Celestial Madonna Mantis, or with the World Eater's new herald Nova? All thoughts of romance are complicated by the arrival of Firelord and Starfox. Meanwhile, threats don't come much bigger than Ego, the living planet. But as the new Kree-Skrull War reaches its endgame, things get really cosmic. Who will claim a victory, and what will it mean for the Silver Surfer? Plus a classic retelling of the origin of Galactus, a blockbuster team-up between the Silver Surfer and the Fantastic Four, the Idiocy of the Impossible Man, a graphic novel rematch with Mephisto drawn by the legendary John Buscema, more rarely seen adventures of the Sentinel of the Spaceways, and the acclaimed tale Parable written by the incomparable Stan Lee with artwork by the visionary Gene Garad, aka Mobius. Very cool. So as you can see, legendary writers and artists on this book, making the Silver Surfer stories come to life. For those that love the cosmic stuff instead of like just the Earth stuff, this is what I want to see. I like to see this, give credence to the world itself. There's the Living Tribunal. I love that. The Impossible Man, of course. You got Ego, the Living Planet. Is this the little imp? No, I'm thinking of the imp from Superman. But yeah. Listen, Silver Surfer has to get his groove back, trying to get some ladies. Okay, let me go ahead and show you some of the extras that are included in this, so I don't want to spoil too much of it. Let's take a look. Okay, so you have the enslavers here. Here is a cover, and then some stories here, right there, as you can see. Articles. Okay, there's Moses, he's fighting. Love it. He brought down the Ark, and then he was gonna whoop some butt with his staff. Silver Surfer Parable right there. Nice. 56 cents a copy. Wow, look at that. Ooh, can you imagine? I'll be buying comics left and right. Marvel Fanfare right there. Oh, nice. Galactus right there. This is the Jim Lee one, which is the DM cover. And then, of course, the Ron Lim cover, which is really, really nice as well. A lot of these could be made into covers. I think it would have been, look at this one. Oof. Joe Jusko knocked it out with this one. He looks so fluid in this. I like this a lot. Mobius, of course, right there, as you can see. A behind-the-scenes featurette. So you do get a little bit of some more bonuses than what you're used to, which is really cool, especially for a character like Silver Surfer that you want to know the story behind the man, behind the shine, behind the reflection. Who's the man? I'm looking at the man behind the mirror reflection or the mirror surface. That's when it's important too. This is nice. I like this one. All right, guys, there you go. That is the Silver Surfer. Return to the Spaceways. Let me know if you're going to get this omnibus. Check it out at Organic Price Books, guys, and I will see you in the next one.